Hello and welcome to another Grand Arena Championship. Welcome to a new season, season 19, and a new format, or at least new divisions. I'm Heathen13, and this is season 19, week 1, round 1. I am very excited, lots of big changes here. First things first, let's talk about divisions, the new divisions. You can see here on this graphic, the current, which is now old, and the new. I have just over 6 million GP. So I used to be in Division 1 and I was setting 11 defenses on 3v3. And I am now in Division 3, just barely. I just barely squeaked in Division 3. So I am now setting 13 defenses. So 2 more teams needed on defense and 2 more teams needed for offense. I am really excited about these changes. It's definitely going to push my roster. It's definitely making me reevaluate what teams I have and what characters are going with which and how to maximize my roster best. So really excited about this, but I'm also very nervous. I am currently on a 7-season undefeated streak going into this new format. And so I'm always worried that with change will come losses. So we will see if we can navigate through this one. My first round opponent is named Emstel Balzac. So let's look at the matchup. All right, as you can see, I have the majority of the green on my side, but my opponent does have some red. So let's take a closer look. To me, these statistics tell pretty much the whole match. My opponent only has 335,000 lifetime banners. But when I looked up his history online, he actually does play almost every season. He just almost never attacks. And you can see that with his offensive wins only at 364. And when people do attack him, I got to see that he sets a stupidly hard defense. You can see he has almost the same amount of defense as he does wins. When he does win matches, it's always like he cleared 3 teams and his opponent couldn't clear any, or something like that. Always really, really low banner matches, low banner wins. You can see he's never gone undersized. He only has 6 total clears. So I'm expecting him to put basically everything he has on defense. So comparing our rosters, he does have 200,000 more GP than me overall, but my top 80 and top 65 are slightly higher. For 13 teams times 3 characters per squad, that's 39 characters on defense, which means I need another 35 on offense. So I feel like top 80 is probably the more accurate of the two in terms of matchup GP. Hopefully Hotbot will update with top 80 for 3v3 and top whatever 110 for 5v5. Looking at our Zetas, I've got 12 more and I have a huge speed advantage over him. My average added speed is 99 and his is 61. We have about the same amount of gear 13 and 12s. Mine is just distributed a little more towards gear 13 and his is more towards gear 12, but about the same amount. Looking at our mods, he doesn't invest much into mods, it doesn't look like. I've got more than double total 6-op mods. I've got way more, like 4 times the amount of high speed secondary mods than he does. And even relics I have him beat, 192 to 178 total relic levels. He seems to bring his characters up to tier 4 and leave them there. Mine are a little more distributed throughout. I even have 6 tier 7s now because I went ahead and I tier 7 Vader, thinking I'll probably be getting matched up more and more against GLs, and so I'll need him for those counters. When we look at the meta character report, you can see I have my Jedi Master Luke. He doesn't have a GL or JKL or gas. On paper, this is a huge mismatch, and I think in the end it will be, but I have a feeling I'm going to have a really hard time getting through his defense because he throws everything on it. Looking at our ships, everything's even. In fact, all his speeds are actually a little higher than mine, and he tends to put both his meta fleets on defense as well. Thankfully, he almost never auto deploys, and thanks to PrimeBot, I was able to see that he did set his defenses before lock. I knew that he didn't auto deploy on me, so that was a relief. All right, let's take a look at his roster, see what he's working with. You can see no GL. He is running a Sith team in Arena. Pretty much every team he has some relics for it. His bounty hunters, he's got Bosk and Jango and Boba. For Empire, he's got Vader and Palp. For Galactic Republic, he's got Zetas on GK, Padme, Ahsoka, and Shock. All his Geos are relicked. You see he's got Jedi Knight Revan. He's got Ahsoka. He does have some weird Zetas, though. If we look at his Old Republic, he's got Karth and Mission and T3 relicked, which is interesting. But then he's got Rebels relicked. He's got Resistance relicked. He's got a really good Grievous squad, all relicked up. He doesn't seem to be really close to any of the GLs, though. He just is kind of a collector and relics who he likes. So there's nothing wrong with that. He likes to play the game the way he likes to play it, and he likes to set a tough defense. So let me show you the board. Knowing that he was going to set a tough defense, I saved a lot more for offense than I usually do, but I still did set a couple tough squads in each zone just to make sure that he couldn't clear. So here's what I've got. Up top, I've got a First Order team. I've got a Separatist squad. I've got my Grievous and my Padme. Down below here, I have to set 4 squads down here now. So I have my Geos, my Bando squad, Shock and the Clones, and a Dooku with Asajj and Zombie. And then in Division 3, we set 5 teams in back. So I've got a Mon Mothma, Fin Poe, and you can see I put some garbage in the back here with my Rolo Cholo Biggs. My Karth squad is here, and then a Newt Jango Sun Fact. So I definitely didn't place as hard a defense as I normally would because I was trying to save most of my top squads for offense. Oh, ships. I went light on ships as well. I kept my Negotiator and Malevolence for offense. All right, let's get into what he set for me. All tough squads, but a couple that are a little weird in terms of what he chose to put with what. We've got a pretty normal Padme team, but with Shock. We've got that Old Republic squad. We've got Mando with Grief, but then Han, and then CLS with 3PO and Chewie. So he split Han and Chewie. So I'm not a super big fan of that decision for him, but okay. And then down here, he put a Bounty Hunter squad, a Jedi Knight Revan, a Darth Revan, and a Palp with Vader team. So I am expecting 5 more tough teams in the back. Maybe not as tough as these ones, but most of his relic characters tend to go on defense. So I'm going to do my best to save as much as I can for that back row. And I will try to get through these ones in the front as cheaply as possible. But it's not going to be very cheap. I got to use a lot of good counters here in the front just to see what's back there. So I'm going to start with the Darth Revan. I think that's the toughest squad he has here. I'm going to mirror it with my own Darth Revan. And I am faster than he is with both my Revan and my Vassila. So I should get out ahead of him, and it shouldn't be a problem. We shall see. Cross our fingers. All right, so I get the fear on everybody. I'm going to continue to keep them feared. Let's make that go away. We're going to go ahead and get that going on Bastila. Some of that. And then we will AoE. Not quite. Almost. So this is taking a bit of a turn. But we'll get Bastila out of there. We'll get Darth Revan out of there soon, I hope. We will fear again. And let's see if we can get Malik down before he takes one of my guys out. Yes, we will. All right. So 53. Only lost 1 banner there. Nice start. All right, the next team that I'm actually really worried about is this Vader squad. So my first initial thought was to take Gas here against them, but I'm going to go with Gas against that Jedi Knight Revan so they can't revive. So I'm going to take my Jedi Knight Luke here. And I know Vader is a natural counter for him, but I did the math. His Vader should end up at 319 and my Hoda is 322. So I should be able to go first, which should allow me to do the AoE and then stun Vader and take him out before he ever gets an attack. So hopefully my math was correct. and this goes the way it's supposed to. Otherwise, I am wasting one of my best squads, and I'll have to clean it up with something else. All right, let's make this go away again. And my math was right, so let's go ahead and pile on Vader. Now I get the mass stun and ability block, and we'll send in Luke to take Vader out. Nice. Okay, so this is gonna work the way it was supposed to. And taunt up, let's heal up, and there we go. Another 53. All right, so we will go ahead and take gas then against this squad. Oh, that is not gas. Let's try that again. There we go. And do that. And give that there. And we'll just go straight after Revan. We got to get rid of the Savior first. There it goes. And now we can go right in. Hopefully he'll mark one of the clones. Or maybe we'll just kill him before he has a chance. Yep. Nice. And then Jolie wasted his turn trying to res. And one more big hit from Skywalker. And there we go. Alright, this next team, this boss squad, I was trying to think of what I wanted to take against it. I finally settled on my Han and Chewie, which is wedge-led, and I think this is going to go alright. I hope. I felt like I could use him here and still had enough for whatever he threw at me in the back. So we'll go ahead and stun Jango. See if we can get a stun on Boba. That should kill Jango once. And then we just need to take Boss down. Wedge might die. Gotta be honest. But we should be able to eat through the rest of these guys without a problem. There we go. One dead. 2 dead, another 53. All right, so that front zone went pretty well. Let's see what is in back so we can make a plan. Okay, not nearly the relics I thought would be. So he really loaded up the front and kind of put junk in the back. Give me a sec to shuffle my plan because now I have way too much on offense. All right, let's go to the top and take these tougher teams out. I'm going to start with the Padme team, and for that, I'm going to use Traya, but we'll take Scion off and we'll put Thrawn on there. And this is just going to be a control type of situation where we get the isolate onto Padme right away, and then Thrawn is going to fracture Kenobi. And we'll work on getting Shaak Ti down. And then when she's down, we'll get Padme down. And unfortunately, we have to deal with her, what do you call those? Counterattacks, or at least we had to until we got to dispel it. Now, the problem with threes is that the fracture goes away so fast. So GK's about to taunt here, but it's okay because my Nihilus has almost got his Annihilate up. So even though Padme is the one that gives the bonuses, we're going to go ahead and do it that way just because GK is going to become annoying over the course of this battle. Oh, I should have dispelled there. That was dumb. That's all right. Let's just kill her. Oh, almost. So let's see if we can heal a bit. See if we can get our banners back. It doesn't honestly matter anymore. Seeing what my opponent left for me in the back, it's not going to be any problem clearing, and he put the majority of his teams, his good teams, on defense. He's not going to be able to clear me. So we'll do what we can, but I'm not going to extend this battle out. But it definitely goes to show that this, as long as you're faster with Thrawn, so you can get that initial isolate off, even at lower gear, this team definitely is a good counter for Padme. Alright, next we're going to go after this Mando team with Han. Since he has Han, we're going to bring in my Jedi Knight Revan. That way if Han gets some, he's Relic 4, Han. So if he gets some somebody dead right from the get-go, save your procs, and I don't lose anyone. And then I can go ahead and mark Han to get him down on the other side. So, and even then, now I get to steal their invisibility from Grief, so they can't hit Yoda. And then it's just a matter of time to get these guys down. There's one death. And Mando doesn't have a quick contract, so they're not even going to get to the contract at this rate. This should heal everybody up for a 54. Yep. Alright. This Karth team, we will take JTR in against them, and I think that should work fine. Let's see why it shouldn't. We'll start off with hiding people, and then we'll go after mission. And I guess we'll wave down Karth. Alright, maybe we should have gone after mission from the get-go. Waved her down so she couldn't stealth. Either way, I don't think it should be a problem. She'll get a couple hits off on me, and hopefully we'll have time to gain my protection back. Or maybe not. Let's see if I can get a stun. Nope. Well, let's wave her down this time and go right back after her. We won't get Illuminated Destiny, so we're going to get poor banners. But, again, I don't have to worry that much about banners here. Alright, that leaves this CLS squad, and we will take JML. I think we can probably just take him and Bastila, but it is my first time, so with him on offense, I think. So we'll take Ahsoka too. Let's do that, and let's go after Chewbacca. And we'll keep sending Ahsoka after him. Go. Stun Luke? No. Can Luke be stunned? Not in this stance, I don't think. But he can be killed. And there we go. Yeah, I didn't need to bring all three, I don't think. I'm expecting Negotiator and Malevolence in the back. And that is what we got. So we will cross attack. I don't like the mirror. Although, maybe I should do them because they've got funky lineups here. But knowing that both his ships are faster than mine on capital ships, I'm going to go ahead and do the cross mirror anyway. Probably a few less banners this way, but it's what I feel comfortable doing. So we'll go ahead and leave a couple spots open. Because he's got a kind of funky lineup, I'm not anticipating tons of problems. But you never know. RNG with ships can go haywire sometimes. So there goes my first Vulture Droid. And they definitely have gotten the drop on me there. But they don't have a tank, so I got to just go straight after Anakin. And even when he brings his tank in, I'm just going to bring Spy in. I got a 1-3 shot of getting the taunt on Anakin. And actually, you know what? I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and use my AoE. Because the AoE should take out Anakin as soon as I get a turn. There we go. AoE. Anakin's gone. And now it's just a matter of how many banners can I get, or how many of my guys end up getting picked off by their ultimate and things like that. I'm surprised he didn't go for a big hit there. Get a stun. Yes, nice. So she can't cleanse that off. And bound to lose some more? No? Alright. So not great banners. 62. I will take that. And then we've got Negotiator against that. And I'll go ahead just out of caution, and I will leave my Houndstooth on the bench, just in case I need the Radis for a cleanup. But with this grouping, I'm not anticipating needing any kind of cleanup. Their spy's already gone. Give it back to Anakin again. Get rid of those buffs. See if we can get down Sunfact quickly here. I don't have any buzz droids or anything on me yet. Do I even want to bring anybody in? Sure, let's bring Ahsoka in. We'll get a big hit. And so far, because he doesn't have the Hyena Bomber, we're not getting a bunch of buzz droids. They're just all on the Y-Wing. Spoke too soon. Okay, well that's why I kept Plo in reserve. And Ahsoka can go in there and try and get rid of those buffs. And we'll bring in Plo, cleanse all that. And we just need to get the Hyena Bomber down, and then we're done. And thankfully it's not something that stealths or anything, so we just need to hit it. This should do it. Alright, time to jump in the back and see if we can have a little fun. There is a feat to get 3 kills, no, to win a battle with Rogue One. So this Phasma team here, I'm gonna go ahead and go after with Rogue One. I think I'll just go Jin, right? Sure, and then Baze and Sharut, and I think I like that better than my other options. Sure. Jin might die, but it's for a feat, so let's do that. And this is the one that gets rid of turn meter. And that should kill him. Now Baze should just be able to relax and soak up all the damage. Get rid of his turn meter again. Get a heal up. Get rid of his turn meter. I can see how Jin could be good, fun in certain situations. Alright, well, there's only going to be a 51, but I got the feat done. So let's take out this Hux team with some bounty hunters. Sure. Let's just go after getting the contract right away, which we almost did. We should finish that up. Almost. Get a taunt down. They're all gonna be dead before the contract. There we go. Contract. Kill Hux. Heal up. And with a 54. Alright. We will go after this Newt team, and we'll just bring in Vader and Watt. And I think that's as much as I need. Pretty sure Vader will go first here after getting that. So now Watt can't... Watt won't be able to revive, and we'll just go straight into Merciless. And we will kill these guys with a hit and a throw and be done. And he's got this Mando team that's interesting, I guess. We'll go with CLS and Chupio. And this shouldn't take long. We'll make sure they can't hit us. And then we will finish them off. And finally, we've got this crew squad. So the question is, what do I want to do with them? My thought was go with Wampa, but if Wampa gets stunned, I could actually lose that one. So I could go with Nest, but again, Nest could get stunned. Let's just go with this team I made up with my Palpatine leftover. Palpatine, Marauder, and Sith Trooper. I would expect it gets full banners against this really, really low team. We'll take out Red Trooper, and they are so low that I would expect Red to, or a Marauder just to murder them pretty quickly. There we go. Alright, so that was a little letdown. I was really expecting a full-on FU defense in the back too, but still really happy with that score, 29-93. It's probably going to be one of my better scores of the season. And at this point, I don't really expect my opponent to attack at all, because there's zero chance of them winning at this point. So I'll call it there. If he ends up coming and attacking, I'll put it in the comments below. But I want to thank Amstel Balzac for setting a defense, for setting a tough defense up front. I really appreciate him not auto-deploying, so thank you for that. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you again in next round for more 3v3 action.